In this Thought for the Week, we're going to be asking, how does God measure success when it comes to the church? A couple of days ago I got asked the question that most church leaders get asked sooner or later whenever you meet somebody new, and it was simply this: how big's your church? And you know, as I answered the question and they went, "Oh, you're a big church," it suddenly made me realise that actually the question that really matters is, how does God measure success in the life of the church? How does God view us when we think about our ministry and about the way we serve? And you know, the thing that really struck me was that God doesn't look at us and think big or small. He isn't impressed by size at all. If you think about the 5 loaves and 2 fish, he takes a little boy's lunchbox and he uses it to feed 5,000. Or if you think about the day of Pentecost, he takes 12 or maybe even 120, and in a twinkling of an eye, in a split second, he turns it into over 5,000. For God, size isn't the issue. Size doesn't really matter. It isn't a measurement that he's particularly concerned about. So what is it that God really commends? What is it that God really is interested in when he comes to think about ministry and mission and our success as church leaders? I guess for me, the thing that's really struck me over the past few weeks is that he's actually looking to see what impact we're having, what difference we're making, how we're beginning to turn lives around and help people to find a place of potential, a place of peace, a place of redemption and salvation. Do you know, when he looks at my church, he isn't looking at it and saying, wow, that's a big church, because actually the reality is, in comparison to the extent of the mission, it's pretty small. In fact, the truth is that all of our churches are pretty small, because the thing that God's most interested in and the people he most wants to reach, the vast majority of them are outside the church at the moment. As I'm walking down Queen Street here in the centre of Cardiff, the people he's really looking at, the measurement that he's really taking, is not about success or failure. It's about whether we've tried to engage with people who know nothing about the good news of Jesus Christ and haven't actually considered faith for themselves. Let me show you who I mean. It's these people he's concerned about. It's these people that he wants us to reach, those who pass us every single day and don't give a thought at the moment towards Jesus Christ, his message and his love. Do you know, if God can take 12 and he can use them to reach thousands, then what could he do with the church if we surrender ourselves more fully to him? I'd be interested in your thoughts about size, about whether you're in a big church or a large church, a small church, and I'd be interested in what your perspective is on mission. How are we going to reach the lost? What is it that's going to make the difference?